Pleasant day to you. My name is Erwin. How do you prefer to be called?
My name is Juan. Full name is Ui Chang.
Can you remember your first English lesson?
Yeah, I can remember when I was in the Philippines 5 years ago, I learned spelling first, A, B, C, D, and the previous teacher in France, he motivated me to learn English.
What do you plan to do after this speaking test?
After the speaking test, I'd like to call my parents because my parents are expecting my phone call and they want to know my results of the test.
What will you do if you fail the IELTS exam?
Of course, if I fail, I have to study more to go to UK. Otherwise, I will not afford to enter there. So I will study English again. Especially.
Describe yourself physically.
I am 165 centimeter high and about approximately 60 kilogram weight, and I have black hair and my face shapes like egg, and I have two black eyes. I have black eyes. I am quite slim and well built. I have quite big hands, but small feet. Yeah.
Describe yourself emotionally.
I am quite sensitive and well organized person that I'd like to do if I want to do something like studying English or want to go to UK. I planned it before a year or 6 months that actually during the plan I don't want to change the plan. So if something's wrong, I easily got panic and I just focus on how I will fix that problem.
Let's move on to talk about the sea. Have you ever made a journey by boat?
Actually, I haven't traveled with boat and ship because I live in a city, metropolitan city, that I have no chance to take a ship. But when I was in the Philippines, I traveled to Bonito near Mindanao Island. So it takes about 30 minutes. I haven't experienced any problems with ships.
Is the seaside a popular destination for people in your country?
I believe so. Actually, near Han River, many people settle in that place because they have seaside view, and actually it's quite expensive than other place because of the view. During the night time, it's really awesome. And again, whole night breeze when I visit there.
What do you think should be done to prevent pollution of the ocean?
We should not too much rely on the private car because it makes a lot of carbonic gases. That we should use more transportation such as train, bus, or subway because it is much comfortable and cheaper, reasonable price. You don't have to drive to your destination. That means, in other words, you can take a rest
Thank you. Now I'm going to give you a card with some information about the charity you did. You will have 1 minute to read the card, and then I'd like to talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. You can make some notes if you wish. All right. You may start speaking.
I would like to describe my experience at charity or what I did. When I was in the Philippines, barely 24 years old, when I was barely 24 years old, I have been Copino Place, and near Copino Place has a city hall. Then a certain number of Korean doctors came to that place for treat Filipino people, and I was a volunteer. If the task was help them or treat them or carry them to the doctor because some Filipino can't walk or had they need hands. So I help them and bring medicine to them. And normally they are less fortunate than others that they can't afford normal medical system in the Philippines. When I did it, I feel so touching. It was so touching, and I feel so sorry to them. Not because they are less fortunate, but because they kept saying thank you to me. But it was just my kindness, and I didn't ask any benefit from the help. But they keep saying, even though Filipino didn't help me, but Korean helped us, that I really appreciate that. When I heard that,
Would you rather give money to beggars or buskers?
I'd like to give money to beggars because actually I don't want to give any money to both of them because that's their choice, and they didn't do their work. That's why they are less fortunate. So I don't want to give both of them.
Would you rather give money to beggars who have a disability, older beggars, beggars with babies, or child beggars? Why?
It hinges on the person. I mean, if the beggar with disability is from, if that is by accident, they have that disability when they are born. I'd like to give them, but with child or old beggars, I don't want to give them because they may have a family, but they just rent out. So yeah, I prefer
more questions. What do you know about being homeless?
When I was in New Zealand, I saw about homeless, and they weren't look like sad or unfortunate because they were enjoyed that life, and normal Kiwi guys didn't think they are strangers.
How beggars are treated in your country?
We have some departments for them, and we serve shelter, food, and education and medical shelter, food, education, and medical system to them. So I think it's well organized and good for them.
What kind of activities charitable organizations in your country do?
We normally support money and food and medical because that is the most crucial fact to survive in the world. So normally the charity company does that kind of thing.
Do you think it is the responsibility of religion to encourage people to do charity?
I don't think religions have to do that. Religions have to do that kind of thing because that religion is kind of believes that they have no responsibility to take care of them, but they can help them with belief.
What can we do to solve the problems of deserted people and the homeless?
We should motivate them to learn something or learn skills. Otherwise, they are struggle. Even though we support them, because they have no goal or they don't have to do something. So we have to encourage them to do something. We should help them to set their goal.
In your country, is there a syndicate behind beggars?
I can't understand what is syndicate.
They are a group of gangsters in charge of organized criminal activities.
Actually, our criminal rate is quite lower than other countries. That I don't think we have great number of gangster groups, but also, of course, we have it, and the police well control them, so it's not dangerous at all.
Which is more important, love or money?
I heard one idiomatic expression from Filipino friends: money can buy love, but great amounts of money can buy love. Meaning, love can help to make love. So I prefer money.
That's the end of the speaking test.